Hi, my name is Deborah Guthrie, Communications Director at Meridian Township. Meridian Township residents will be seeing the Meridian Monitor coming through their mailbox if they haven't seen it already. And what you don't know is that new this year, we have expanded the Meridian Monitor to the interns at HOMTV so that they're writing stories and that they're doing video pieces to correspond with the monitor. You can check it out on Meridian Township's website, or you can look at it right here.
Meridian Township Police have some new tools in helping them fight crime and keep you informed.
The use of the social media outlets that we have includes Nixle. Nixle would send email messages and text messages to cell phones with emergency information. Residents would sign up for Nixle alerts from specific locations such as Meridian Police or the Sheriff's Department or other agencies. And they would receive those notices in, as quickly as the agency would get it out.
Social media also plays a large role in capturing criminals around the area, including 2 local teens who robbed the Ulta Cosmetic Supply Store on Marsh Road.
Twitter, Facebook, and we have a blog as well. If we get unsolved crimes with photographs or other information, we'll post that as well and ask for tips on that.
The shoplifting teen got a call from one of her friends who saw a picture of her on Facebook, but the picture was not from the homecoming dance. It was a security still of her walking out of the Ulta store in Okemos with all of her stolen makeup, and that picture was posted on the police department's Facebook page. If convicted, the teens could face probation and be ordered to pay restitution to the store. The 17-year-old would be charged as an adult and could face up to 93 days in county jail.
Bottom line is it's wrong, you're stealing. And if you end up on video and on our Facebook page and ultimately in the media, you're probably going to get caught.
In Meridian Township, Kevin McElroy, HOMTV.
In recent years, Meridian Township has proven to be a place where businesses can thrive. In fact, they have been so successful, many are now remodeling and reinvesting in the township.
There is a lot of opportunity for economic growth.
It all began back in 2008 when Delta Dental began renovations to their regional headquarters on Okemos Road. Fast forward 3 years and $91 million later, and the changes are numerous.
We were founded here in the Okemos area, so this is where we've started and this is where we're planning on staying. This building expansion that Delta Dental has gone through, I think kind of reaffirms that commitment to this area.
In total, Delta Dental has added over 100,000 square feet of office space during its expansion. And since its completion in August, 4 major commercial stores in the area have announced redevelopment projects. Walmart, Kroger, Meijer, and Target have all requested building permits for special projects. In fact, Kroger is already well into its own project. While Walmart has yet to act on its permit, both Meijer and Target have announced full-scale remodels beginning in January.
We'll be going through what we call a P-Fresh remodel, where we're adding over 100 cooler doors to our store and also produce and meat items.
For Meijer, their $4 million project will consist of moving the produce section closer to the front doors and adding a pharmacy drive-through. Both projects will go well into 2012. According to township officials, these redevelopments will help local business.
If they improve their stores, then other stores will look for improvements and increase shopping in that area.
In Meridian Township, Anthony Sabella, HOMTV.
A common New Year's resolution is to stay active and exercise more often, but sometimes it can be hard to find opportunities to make it fun. Thankfully, one organization in the township offers a variety of activities to make this much more easy. The Harris Nature Center is always encouraging Meridian Township residents to stay active, but despite the lack of snow, they're already planning a night of snowshoeing, a night of skiing, and even a winter festival.
Hopefully we're going to get some snow. We really like to encourage people to get outside regardless of the weather. So far this winter we haven't gotten to the dates of our snow events, and so it hasn't been a problem, and so we're still keeping our fingers crossed and hoping for that.
Despite how cold it might be, one of the activities the Harris Nature Center offers are Howl at the Moon Walks, where you can take your dog on a guided tour through one of Meridian Township's many trails and tracks all year round, and this includes January, February, and March.
There's a lot you can do outside that is not snow related, that you can do all year long, and of course that's walking, running. Some people are still riding their bicycles on the trails, so actually for the early part of January, we've seen a lot of people out here walking. either bringing their dogs on a leash or walking by themselves. We're still seeing the joggers out there. So a lot of people are taking advantage of the fact that there isn't snow.
In Meridian Township, Zachary Pena, HOMTV.
When the regular Michigan bow hunting season began this year on October 25th, so did another program in Meridian Township.
I'd rather put some venison in my freezer than have a deer come through my windshield.
With a rampant deer population, the township had to take action.
I went to the park district and said, you've got a deer problem, you need to do something about it.
So for the first time, Meridian Township has implemented a managed deer hunt. But not just anyone was eligible to harvest the deer.
Well, they have to be 18, they had to be a Meridian Township resident, and they had to go to the Michigan State University's Demmer Center, and they had to go through a series of tests.
Hunters were allowed to keep the first deer they harvested, but all remaining deer were to be donated to Mierendorf Meats in Mason for the hungry.
The good news is do I enjoy doing this? Yeah, that's why I took time off of work today to come out and hunt, to help harvest the deer.
The deer harvest ended on December 22nd, and as of November 30th, the township had harvested 14 deer. In their opinion on Meridian Township's first ever deer harvest,
I think it's going really well. We haven't had very many complaints. The hunters are really happy to be involved and looking forward to next year. We have the phone rings off the hook with people who want to be involved. So hopefully in 2012, if things continue to go well, we anticipate the program growing and expanding.
In Meridian Township, Audrey Dahlgren, HOMTV.
Meridian Township has been finding ways to go green in the community.
Changing filters on a regular basis, making sure the airflow is good.
One way the township is stepping up their energy-saving habits is by doing renovations to their buildings. For instance, they have done work at the service center sealing up doors to save energy.
And there's a few areas where we just have some gaping holes. We're trying to seal those up and then improve insulation where we can.
This upcoming year, the township will continue to make changes to their buildings. They will be replacing the control system, which will allow them to keep track of temperatures in all of the buildings. Community gardens are another way the township is gearing towards.
In 2010, there was 4 new community gardens that started in Meridian Township, and there was an additional new garden that was added in 2011.
Community gardens will be built depending on the demand from local residents.
Our recycling events, we have two per year, and that's a really fun way to get involved and plug in. You can call me and put you on our volunteer list.
Green Star businesses are also getting involved, initiating and sharing energy-saving ideas at Green Star meetings.
Well, recycling is just an important first step that people can take to be more eco-friendly and green. It's one of many opportunities that people have to save money and support the environment.
And also, the Recycling Center has recently extended their hours to make it easier for residents to recycle. In Meridian Township, Cindy Harb, HOMTV.
Meridian Township residents will have greater access to East Lansing next year after additions are made to the township's interurban pathway system.
Next year, the county is going to build a roundabout at Park Lake and Bircham. And what we're hoping to do is to modify, at least on our side, our pathway system to include bike lanes on Bircham up to the interurban pathway through the roundabout and into East Lansing. So that'll make it a convenient way for bicyclists to go.
The additions will connect directly into the East Lansing pathway system, allowing greater ease of travel for non-motorized transportation between the two municipalities. Currently, the interurban pathway system in Meridian Township is a 2-mile long and 12-foot wide pathway reserved for non-motorized transportation. It runs from Bircham Drive to Marsh Road. There will be a public hearing on January 17th to discuss modifications to the township's master plan, which includes the pathway system. Severy said that residents should attend or send an email or letter if they would like to share their ideas.
In order to take part in any election, you need to be a registered voter. We'll tell you how to do it and everything else you need to know in order to get out and vote. There are a few eligibility requirements to meet before becoming a registered voter, but as long as you're a citizen of the United States, 18 years or older, and are not confined to jail as a result of a criminal conviction, get ready to make your mark on the next election ballot. Residents of Meridian Township can register right here at the clerk's office in the municipal building, and be sure registration is complete at least 30 days prior to the upcoming election. For those of you hoping to be elected, Meridian Township Clerk Mary Helmbrecht has information on how to run for local public office. In 2012, the entire Township Board, as well as the entire Park Commission, will be up for election.
The first thing they need to do is come into the Township and get a petition, and they need to secure a minimum of 50 valid registered voters' signatures.
Of course, you too will need to be a registered voter, be 18 years or older, and a resident of Meridian Township for at least 6 months before beginning this process.
And then when they do bring that in, they'll fill out an affidavit saying they're running for this position, and they will sign it and we will notarize it.
There are 7 Township Board seats and 5 Park Commission seats available, each offering a 4-year term. Applications are due May 15, 2012 by 4 p.m. The final decision, of course, is up to the voters.
An amendment to the Township Snow Removal Ordinance says that 24 hours after a snowstorm, the Township will issue notices to property owners with snow-covered sidewalks, giving them an additional 24 hours to remove the snow. If the snow is not removed within the second 24-hour period, the Township will remove the snow and bill the property owner. The bill must be paid within 30 days, and the bill amount will fluctuate.
It might be $50, it might be more than that. Depends on the amount of snow and the length of sidewalk they've got. You know, if they've got a really narrow lot, it'd be less. If they've got a huge corner lot, it'd be a lot more.
Residents who will be out of town over the winter months are expected to make arrangements for their snow removal. The Township also holds property owners responsible for making sure the sidewalks along their property remain clear of brush and obstructions, including overgrown bushes and low-hanging tree limbs.
Most of the stuff is done on complaints. We don't have somebody going out and patrolling all the sidewalks to find out if there's problems. But if we get a complaint of low-hanging brush and stuff, we'll send them a letter just saying, please get it cut down.
The recipient then has 1 week to comply, or they receive a $75 fine.